Hi, my friends. I'm in an old-fashioned one-room schoolhouse. For the most of the 1800s and into the early 1900s, this is where kids would go to school. There would be one of these buildings in almost every neighborhood. So you would go to school with your brothers and sisters and your neighbors. In one room, a teacher would teach a kindergartner all the way up to 8th grade. And the older kids would help the younger kids. Well, one thing we're going to learn today, which you probably did not learn in school, is we're going to make a corn husk doll. See, back in those days, there wasn't extra money for toys, so the kids had to be very creative and make their own toys. So how do you make a corn husk doll? Well, you start with an ear of corn, and you peel it, and you save all of the husks. And then I also like to save what's called the silk, and I use it for the hair of my corn husk doll. You also need a pair of scissors. So I'm going to kind of jump forward into future because this is not what scissors look like back then. All right, so you take all of your husks, kind of lay them over each other. You're going to save a couple to make the arms, all right? Then you take what's called the silks and you lay those inside as well. And you bundle this together. Making sure you've got it all covered all the way around. And you tie it tight. And what they have to use back then is just some twine, which I have right here. And you tie that off. Nice and tight. Then you're going to fold back the different husks all the way back. Separating them as you fold them back. Once you've turned them all upside down, you're going to make the head of your corn husk doll by just kind of picturing that being the face. Take another piece of twine and tie it off like where the neck would be. Trim off the excess twine. This is also where I like to play with the hair and give my doll a quick little haircut. All right. Also here we can trim off the excess corn husks. So what is missing? Looks like she might need some arms. So let's make an arm. You take a piece of corn husk that you have left over and you twist it. And you trim off the excess. I take 2 small pieces of twine to create hands. Took longer than I thought. Let's do the other one. Twist and tie. And then we got to kind of halfway through the corn husks. Once you have the arms in place, you take one of the side little husks and you wrap it around the doll's chest to hold the arms in place. So you go over one shoulder and down the other side. Then you kind of wrap it around where her waist would be, or his waist. And you take another piece of twine and you tie that off. Creating the waist for the doll. And there you go. Looks quite primitive, but that's what they would use as a doll. They might put a face on her, add some more husk to make a skirt. But there's your corn husk doll. Have fun making one.